Hello students, myself Anna Sahib Gorane from RBNB College Srirampur. In last 5-6 lectures we have studied 11 science topic electromagnetic waves and communication system. You know electromagnetic waves, you also know electromagnetic spectrum, different parts of that spectrum, and we know radio waves plays a very important role in the communication purpose. Now here we see some commonly used terms in communication system. We see the some common terms related with the communication system. The first term is signal. We use these terms in communication system. Signal. The information converted into electrical form that is suitable for the transmission is called as signal. Information converted into electrical form. Any information converted into electrical form. Converted into electrical form and this is suitable for the transmission. That information in electrical form is called as signal. In radio station, music or speech is converted into electrical form by microphone. Microphone converts it into electrical form and then it is transmitted into the space. This electrical form is sound signal. Firstly, that speech is converted into electrical form by using the microphone, and this information converted into electrical form which is suitable for the transmission is termed as a signal. The signals are of two types, that is analog signal and digital signal. Again, these signals are of two types, analog and digital. Continuously varying signal, voltage or current, continuously varying, that is changing. Continuously varying signal, voltage or current, it may be voltage or current in the form of, it's called as analog signal. Wave is fundamental analog signal. Sound and picture signals in TV are analog in nature, and this signal we show it like this. This is the continuously varying signal, or it is the continuously changing signal in terms of voltage or current with time. It changes with the time in terms of voltage or current. Here there is plus value, this is minus value. This continuously varying signal, voltage or current, is analog signal. Wave is a fundamental analog signal. Sound and picture signals in TV are analog in nature. So this is analog signal. What is the digital signal? Signal that can have signal that is voltage or current, that can have only two discrete values. That is different values, only two values. It's called as a digital signal. For example, a square wave is a digital signal. We represent the digital signal in the form of square wave. Here, see here, suppose this is time. Here there is voltage or current, and this signal is in the form of this square wave, like this. It can have only two discrete values, that is plus 5 or 0. This is plus 5 volt, plus 5 or 0. Only two values are there. It can be represented in terms of square wave. So this is about analog signal and digital signal. Now we see the next important term in communication. These terms are very important to understand the communication. Next term is transmitter. Transmitter. It converts the signal produced by the source of information into form suitable for the transmission through the channel and subsequent reception. See again, transmitter. It converts the signal produced by the source of information into suitable form. That signal is converted into suitable form for transmission through the channel and for subsequent reception, that is called as transmitter. In short, transmitter transmits the signal through the channel and that signal is suitable for the transmission. It means firstly it is converted into electrical signal and then it is transmitted. It is called as transmitter. The next is transducer. Next term is transducer. Device which converts one form of energy into another form of energy is a transducer. Converts one form of energy to other. Transducer. For example, microphone. This is a transducer. It converts sound energy into electrical energy. Whereas loudspeaker is also a transducer. It converts electrical energy to sound energy. So these are the transducers. They convert one form of energy to the other form. The next concept is a receiver. Our next term is receiver. As its name is there, receiver, it is clear that it receives the signal. Receiver is, or it receives the message signal at channel output, then reconstruct it in recognizable form of original message for delivering it to the user of information. It means it receives the message signal at the channel output, reconstruct it in recognizable form of original message for delivering it to the user of information. So this is the receiver. The next term is noise. The unwanted signal is a noise. If the signal is unwanted, random unwanted signal is noise. The source generating noise may be located inside or outside the system. Sometimes if person speaks in microphone, any unwanted signal enters. Suppose dog is barking, that unwanted signal also enters in that original signal. Such random unwanted signal is a noise. The source generating noise may be located inside or outside the system. Efforts should be made to minimize the noise level in communication system. That unwanted signal we can minimize. The next term is attenuation. When signal is propagating, the loss of strength of signal while propagating through the channel is attenuation. The loss of strength of signal. While propagating through the channel, it's called as attenuation. It occurs because channel distorts, reflects and refracts the signals when passes through it. This loss of strength of signal occurs because that channel may distort, it may reflect the signal, it may refract the signals as it passes through it. The next important term is amplification. The process of increasing strength of signal or process of raising or increasing strength of signal process of raising or increasing strength of signal using an electronic circuit. We can increase that strength using electronic circuit. This process of raising the circuit using the electronic circuit, raising the strength of signal using the electronic circuit, is called as amplification. And the device used for this amplification is called as amplifier. By using the amplifier, we can increase the strength of that signal. The next important term is range. We usually heard this term range in terms of mobile. There is no range. So what is the range? The maximum or largest distance. The maximum, or we say it as largest distance. The maximum or largest distance between source and destination. Between source and destination. Between source and destination, up to which signal can be received with sufficient strength. Signal can be received with sufficient strength. It's called as range. It is the maximum or it is the largest distance between source and destination, that is the receiver, up to which signal can be received with sufficient strength. This is the main point. The next important concept is bandwidth. Bandwidth. The bandwidth of electronic circuit is the range of frequencies over which it operates efficiently. Range of frequencies over which it operates efficiently. Bandwidth of the electronic circuit. Bandwidth is the term related with the electronic circuit. It is the range of frequencies over which it operates efficiently, that is nothing but bandwidth. This bandwidth concept is used in the communication system. The next important term in the communication system, very important term, that is the modulation. Modulation and demodulation. So what is the modulation? Modulation. The signals in communication system, such as music, speech, that is the sound signals, they are having the low frequencies. These are the low frequency signals and cannot be transmitted over the large distances. That is the voice signals, sound signals. The frequencies of these signals is a very low and they cannot be transmitted over the large distances. In order to transmit these signals over large distances, it is superimposed on high frequency wave. These low frequency signals are superimposed, that is, they are added on high frequency wave, and this high frequency wave is called as carrier wave. That is, it carries that low frequency signal. These low frequency signals, in order to transmit it over the large distances, it is superimposed or it is added on high frequency wave, and that high frequency wave is called as carrier wave, and this process is called as modulation. This process is a modulation. So what is modulation? It is the process in which low frequency signals are superimposed on a high frequency wave, that is the carrier wave, and this process of superimposition of these signals is the modulation. This process is the modulation. It is done at the transmitter. This modulation is done at the transmitter, and it is an important part of communication system. That low frequency signal is superimposed on a carrier wave at the transmitter, so that it can be transmitted over a large distance, and this is done at the transmitter, and it is the important part of the communication system. The next part is a demodulation. This is the reverse process of the modulation. In modulation, we superimpose that low frequency signal on the high frequency wave, carrier wave. In demodulation, that signal is again regained at the receiver. The process of regaining the signal from modulated wave, process of regaining the signal from modulated wave, is called as demodulation. Now this is done at the receiver. We can regain again that original signal. Now next important term is repeaters. These repeaters are mainly used to increase the range. Repeater. Or repeaters. It is the combination of transmitter and receiver. There are large number of receivers. It is the combination of transmitter and receiver. The receiver receives the signal from transmitter, amplifies it, and transmit it to next repeater. So repeaters are nothing but it is the combination of transmitter and receiver. Receiver receives the signal from transmitter and amplifies it and transmit it to to next repeater. Repeaters are used to increase the range of the system. Used to increase the range of the system. Used to increase the range. Repeaters are used to increase the range of the communication system. Now see here, suppose this is Earth's surface. Earth's surface. There are transmitter. Here there is transmitter. This is transmitter. Transmitter, it transmits the signal, and there are some repeaters. These are the repeaters. So repeaters is the combination of transmitter and receiver. Receiver receives the signal from transmitter, amplifies it, and it transmits it to the next repeater. And the main use of repeater is they are used to increase the range of communication system. Then in modulation, we studied about the carrier wave. We see what is the carrier wave? Carrier wave. Carrier wave, the high frequency waves. Carrier waves are nothing but the high frequency waves on which signal can be transmitted are superimposed. High frequency waves on which the signals can be transmitted are superimposed, are called as the carrier waves. These high frequency waves are the carrier waves. These carrier waves are used for the transmission of audio signals. Because audio signals have a low frequency, less than 20 kilohertz, and these low frequency signals cannot be transmitted over the large distances. Because of this, high frequency carrier waves are used for the transmission. The next term is amplitude modulation. Amplitude modulation. When amplitude of the carrier wave is varied or it changes in accordance with modulating signal. We know carrier wave. It is the high frequency wave on which the signals can be transmitted. Amplitude modulation is when amplitude of carrier wave is varied or it changes in accordance with the modulating signal. The process is called as amplitude modulation. In amplitude modulation, what happens? Amplitude of the carrier wave varies or it changes in accordance with the modulating signal. The process is called amplitude modulation. So these are the some terms used in communication system. Okay students, we stop here. Thank you.